Hello and welcome back to the SnapRetail Accelerator. I'm Vince Ventura. I'm the customer service manager here at SnapRetail, and I wanted to give you some information today on how to make sure your email sign up, your email collection form is secure and working smoothly. Lately, we've noticed a lot of spam signups on our customer accounts, specifically customers who have their email collection form on their website, and maybe it's old or maybe it's not secure, and that can really create some problems for customers. Um, I know the first question people are going to have is, how do I know if I'm getting spam signups? That's a great question. Oftentimes, when you're getting spam signups, you're going to see a lot of customers listed in verification pending, and they'll never verify. These customers are just going to sit there in verification pending, and they're never going to actually verify their email address. And a lot of the reason for that is the email addresses that are coming through from spam signups are not real email addresses. So when that verification email goes out, there's no one really there to click on the link in the verification email. Another reason is that there may be real email addresses that are signing up, but those customers have never heard of you or don't know who you are or have been signed up because their email was compromised. And this can create some problems for you going forward. Oftentimes, when you're sending out those verification emails to people who didn't sign up, the real customers with real email addresses who didn't sign up for your email list, they're going to mark you as spam, and that can hurt your sender reputation. Your sender reputation is what Google looks at to determine whether you're a good sender or whether you're a spammy sender. And the lower your reputation, the more likely you are to end up in spam folders. So we don't want that. We want to make sure that the people who are signing up for your list are real people. We want to make sure that they are people who want to hear from you and that they really are engaged customers. Customers are going to open your emails, customers who are going to click on your emails, eventually, customers who are going to come into your store and buy something. So, today, I thought we would take a look at how we can prevent, for the most part, those spammy signups and make sure that all the customers who are signing up are customers who want to hear from us, not customers who get stuck in that verification pending status. So, you'll notice I'm on the Manage Customers screen here in Snap Retail. You can get there by logging in, clicking on your customers tab. This is my demo account, so I don't have any customers in here right now, but we'll try and sign a few up today, maybe a couple of my different email addresses so that we can see how that looks. So first thing you'll do when you get to the customers tab in Snap Retail is go ahead and click on website email collection. This is the most important thing. Now, if you've created a form before, you're going to see this page here. It's going to tell you that you already have a form. And you can look at the form down here, get a preview. You can see I don't have any sort of protection on this form. It is a regular form. There's nothing down here at the bottom that makes you prove that you're not a robot. We might want to change that. We might want to make this a little more secure to prevent those people from signing up with the bots signing up or spammy sign up. So how do we do that? Right up at the top, you're going to see Create New Form. Go ahead and click on that. And this is going to take you to our email collection form builder. It's really simple to use. So what you can do first is add the fields that you'd like to collect. So what are you looking to collect on your website? Now, my rule of thumb here is the more information you collect, the less likely people are to give you all of that information, right? If you're asking for their whole life story right off the bat, they're going to be like, pass. Now, a good thing to collect would be at least first name. Maybe you collect their birthday so you can give them a special birthday wish if you like. You could collect their last name, but anything more than this, I'm going to start going, I'm not giving you my address. I'm not giving you my mobile phone number. I'm not giving you my phone number. You could add custom fields if you like. So you could say, and you would edit that so it says custom one there. You don't want that. You could edit that by saying, oh goodness, favorite color. I'm not sure that would be a good thing to collect, but you certainly could collect it if you wanted to give them a personalized gift for their birthday. So that's my form. Really easy. Just click the check boxes next to the fields you'd like to add. If you want to change the title of the field, you can click this little down arrow here and sort of edit the custom label. You can do that for most of these as well. If you wanted to collect the anniversaries, you could do that too. Put that right in there, anniversary date, and then you could tell them which anniversary it is. You could ask for the actual date, and that's how that works. Basically, you want to make sure that you're not collecting too much information, but enough for your marketing machine to run. You can also make any of these fields required. It's hard to see, but right here, there's a little star icon. Email is always required. You must have an email address when you're entering something into SnapRetail. We don't give your customers like account numbers or anything. The unique identifier, the thing that helps us know that they are a unique entry in our database in your customer list, is the email address. It's always required. You must do it. But any of these other ones you could make required too by clicking the little star right next to the checkbox. Now, I would recommend, much like I said, don't put too much in the form. Don't ask for too much information. I'd recommend not making everything required. Maybe email address and first name is all you want to make required, because the more information you're requiring, the less likely someone is to sign up. Just like the more information you're collecting, the less likely they are to sign up. So let's do first name, last name, birth date. The only things that are required are email address and first name. Now that's a good looking form right there. But there's one thing that we're missing, and you have to go all the way down to the bottom on the left side here, and that's a CAPTCHA. When you add this, it will be required, and it's that sort of I'm not a robot button. I know you've all seen it. I know you've all had to find all the crosswalks and all the different images or all the stop signs or all the bikes, and they get really frustrating. This one's a little less frustrating. It's just clicking a box, waiting for it to load, and making sure that you're not a robot. It's important. This is the whole point of SnapRetail Accelerator today. This is the whole meat and potatoes of the entire brief webinar here. Basically, this is going to prevent those spam bots from signing up fake email addresses or signing up real email addresses that never really wanted to sign up for your list or never heard of you before. This is the protection at the center of the secure email collection form. So you want to make sure you scroll all the way down, take a look here on the left, and add that CAPTCHA. It's super important. You can also do a lot of other things here. You can change it to your font colors, your font type. There's a specific font you typically use for your business, and they're basic fonts here. We don't want to do anything too fancy. We want to make sure it's very legible and readable. But you could do that. You can change the text color if you like. I'm going to leave that gray. I like that gray color. Background can match your website. Let's say you have a white background on your website. Let's say you have maybe a black background on your website. Oh, if you have a black background on your website, you could make it black. You could essentially change it to any color under the rainbow or in the rainbow, based on what you'd like it to look like. Now, I'd really recommend that you know your website hex codes. They're called hex codes. Make sure you know those. Sometimes, if you're just doing white, it would be FFF, FFF. If you're doing black, it would be 000, 000. And it can be any mixture in between. I don't know why that didn't take. Forgive me, I'm all over the place with this one. So you could put in any hex code. Now, there's a really handy tool. If you're using Google Chrome, you could use what's called a color picker, an eyedropper tool. You can just search the Chrome extension store. Well, maybe we'll talk about this in another SnapRetail Accelerator. And pick a color from your website. Let's say we want to pick this blue color up here and make that the background. You could use a color picker to pick the exact color you'd like and then just paste it in. And you can see SnapRetail Blue. Goodness. I keep forgetting to click the done button, everyone. I'm sorry. Sorry to make you watch the flashing colors there. You can see that the SnapRetail Blue from up here is placed right into the background. Now, like I said, let's go with white. I think white is a safe bet for most people. And that is, like I said, FFF, FFF. And the border, I'm going to use a color I really like. I used it on a number of websites I've designed. It's part of my favorite branding kit that I've ever designed, and we're going to use that red color there. All right, so that's going to be our email collection form. We've pretty much created it. We've changed the font type, we've changed the text color, We've changed the background color a whole bunch of times. We've changed the border color. We've also made sure that we've added all the fields that we want to collect without overdoing it. We've added that CAPTCHA, and we made first name required. You don't have to make first name required, but you can if you really want to get into personalized marketing. That's a good Snap Retail Accelerator topic, personalization. We can definitely talk about that. The last thing I might want to do is change the title. You can always change the title by clicking that down arrow and just changing it to um, get exclusive discounts, right? You can really incentivize your customers to give you that information by changing your title. Join our mailing list is fine, but we're not looking to be fine marketers. We want to accelerate our marketing. So let's incentivize our customers here with a get exclusive discounts title. And again, I did that just by clicking that down arrow. You can change it to whatever you like. You can change it to get your 10% off coupon if you're doing a welcome email autoresponder. You could change it to um, stay up to date with all the happenings in our store. Maybe not something that long, but you could change it really to whatever you want. I like get exclusive discounts because that's what in my imaginary business here, that's why I have an email list is I want to send out coupons. I want to incentivize people to come into my store. So here we go. That's our email collection form. It's as simple as that. We're just going to click the green finish button down here at the bottom or up here at the top. And it's going to tell us, oh no, it's going to overwrite the email collection form we've already created. Well, that's why we're doing this. We want to overwrite it. We want to overwrite it with the CAPTCHA, with the security feature. So we did it. And now we're back to this page. We can get a good preview of what it looks like with the I'm not a robot button and everything else. And that's what it looks like. Now, there are a few ways you can install this on your website. If you have a web designer, they'll know what to do. If you're doing this by yourself and you have a Snap Retail site, the good news is on our websites, that's already been updated. You don't need to do anything else when you have a Snap Retail website. We automatically apply your new collection form right to your website, no questions asked. If you do have questions about it, please reach out to us at service@snapretail.com. We'll be happy to confirm that everything's updated, and we can talk about other measures of security you can do, like changing your layout to remove the email collection form from your footer or from your sidebar. That is a vulnerability. That email collection form will not have security on it. And I've seen a lot of people have a lot of spam signups coming just from their layout on the Snap Retail website. So we want to make sure we remove the email collection form from your Snap Retail signup page, or from your Snap Retail website layout, excuse me. The signup page will be exactly what this is, and we'll apply it automatically. Now, if you have a website outside of Snap Retail, you're absolutely able to add this. There are 3 ways you can add it. 2 that are really, really good, and 1 that you might be able to use elsewhere, not on your website necessarily. The first way is with the iframe embed code. This is a bit shorter, and it actually will look exactly like this. It'll look exactly like that slapped onto a page onto your website. It's perfect, easy to use. And what you would do is send that to your designer, or you'd go into your website, and if you have a text box, you can enter HTML code, or if you're using something like WordPress and there's an HTML widget, or if you know anything about HTML code, you can paste this right into your site. This is the actual full HTML code, and you can see it's a bit longer than the iframe. And that's no problem. It works just the same. I will say this though, and this might be a bit more advanced. This is like super accelerator right here. If you add the HTML form code to your website and not the iframe, it's going to defer to the settings on your website, the CSS, which is kind of your style guide for your website. So it's going to be all of the fonts, all of the colors, all of the stuff that you did here down with the text color and everything. That's probably going to be overridden by the website settings that you have. So if you want your form to look exactly like this, I'd recommend using the iframe embed code. If you want it to look a little bit more like your website and you're not too concerned, I would use the HTML form code. The last one that we can take a look at is the current form web link. This is an interesting thing. This is something that you could paste into a Facebook post or put in your LinkedIn bio, excuse me, your Instagram bio, your LinkedIn bio as well if you really wanted to. You can put it on your Instagram bio. This is just a website version of your email collection form. Let's sign up here. Oh my goodness, all of my email addresses. Excuse me. And you'll get my birthday. You'll know I'm probably old enough to know better. Oh, it doesn't actually make you use the year. Excuse me. But my birthday is June 1st. And the I'm not a robot button, which is super important. Then you click submit, and it's going to tell me that I'll get a verification email in my inbox. Now, since I've already signed up to my SnapRetail account with that email address, I won't actually get the verification email. I've already verified. So that's something to keep in mind. But when we come back in here, you'll see I'm on the list. I am in verification pending. Maybe I will get that email. I thought that only went out once. You learn something new every day. So I'll get that verification email. I'll click the link in the verification email, and I will then be moved to my active list. You'll see me here, right in verification pending. And that's kind of what we want to avoid overall. We want to avoid getting all those spam signups hanging out there in verification pending. And that's why we want to add that security feature. Now, there is a Facebook collection form as well. You can just duplicate your website form. You'll notice, though, that it doesn't have the CAPTCHA. Facebook doesn't have the ability to have that CAPTCHA on the email collection form. And that's good because really for them to sign up for that, they'd have to be in Facebook with a Facebook account. We see much less spam coming from Facebook than we do coming from websites. Now, what's very important here is that if you want to apply this, and it won't have the SnapRetail logo at the top, it'll have your logo, and you can turn that off if you like. You can toggle it on and off. That's another difference from the website collection form. Now, here's the thing with the Facebook form. If you want to add this to your Facebook page, it will only be available on the desktop version of Facebook. So unless you're, on a Chromebook or on a PC or on a Mac, actually accessing the Facebook website, that's the only time you'll see it. It'll be a custom tab on the left-hand side. You'll see, about and posts and videos and then email collection. That's really important to note because it's not going to appear in the app or on mobile devices. Those custom tabs don't appear there, which is kind of a bummer because we all use, if you're like me, we use our phones to access Facebook. So that might be something that you want to consider. It may not be the highest priority because a lot of people are accessing Facebook on their phones and Facebook will not display this form for you. The other thing you need to keep in mind is due to new rules with Facebook, maybe I say new, maybe about 6 months to a year ago, Facebook was making sure that people could verify their identities. They want to have security, and it's really important for them to be able to say, oh, this person is an administrator on this account, and this account is located in the United States for data security. So now Facebook is requiring at least 2,000 fans before you can add a custom tab. So that has held a few of our retailers up with smaller audiences. They're not able to add this to Facebook. So what do you do? How do you overcome A, the fact that it's not displayed on mobile, and B, maybe you don't have 2,000 fans and you can't actually apply this to Facebook? That's where that custom web link, that form web link comes into play. You can paste this into a Facebook post and say, hey, remember to sign up for our email list. And you could use bit.ly link shortener to make it not look, so big and long and overwhelming. There's a ton of link shortener services out there that you could use. And you could put that right in a post and you can schedule that from your calendar. You could schedule that from wherever you like to make sure that your customers have access to your email collection form, no matter the device that they're on, no matter the number of fans that you have. You could text it to a friend if you wanted to. You could use this anywhere that you can send a link. Like I said, Instagram bios, LinkedIn bios, I guess. You could put it out on Twitter. You could send this link anywhere links are available and really make sure that the most number of people possible can access that form. And all of those customers are going to show as new from website. Like I said, I was already signed up, so I'm not coming in as new from website. And One last thing, one really important thing about email sign-up security and Snap Retail is we will not email a customer who has not verified their email address if they sign up from your website. It's called double opt-in sign up. Basically, if you haven't given us permission, consent to email you, we can't email you. That's basically to protect people who have had their email compromised, or let's say I have a fight with my wife and I want to get back at her, I sign her up for like 30 email lists. I would never do that. That's bad form. Don't do that. But that's what we protect against here. So we want to make sure that people who own the email address are the people who are signing up. So we do that verification pending. There's no way to remove people from verification pending. They have to do it themselves. Our terms of service state that we need proof of consent to email. So when somebody comes into your store and writes down their email address on a piece of paper or something along those lines, they give you their business card, you hang on to those as proof of consent to email. That's really important. If we don't have that proof of consent, we can't email them. So that's what the verification email sort of covers for us. All right, that's the long and the short of security with regard to email collection forms. There are articles in the Help Center here. If you go to the question mark and you click Help Center and you type in email collection, email collection form, you will see collecting customer data on your website. And that'll walk you through what we just did today. So if you get stuck, you have some documentation here. If you need help, feel free to reach out to us at service@snapretail.com, or you can live chat in and leave us a quick message. We'll get back to you pretty quickly, right up there by clicking the question mark and then clicking chat. That'll bring up a chat box and you're able to chat with us. Your name, your email address, your store name, that helps us find your account. And then you should be all set. We can get back to you with a good answer on how to create your secure email collection form. All right, everyone, it has been a pleasure talking with you today, showing you around the email collection form creator. I look forward to next month with the next episode of Snap Retail Accelerator. Thanks so much.